Hi, welcome back to our channel. Fatal Fury 2, released for the Sega Genesis in 1994, is a classic fighting game that built upon the foundation of its predecessor, Fatal Fury, King of Fighters. It's a game that, while overshadowed by the colossal popularity of Street Fighter 2, carved out its own niche in the fighting game community with its unique gameplay mechanics and character roster. Gameplay and mechanics. The most distinctive feature of Fatal Fury 2 is its two-plane battle system, allowing characters to switch between the foreground and background during fights. This mechanic added a layer of depth and strategy to the battles, as players could dodge attacks or force opponents into environmental hazards by knocking them into the other plane. The controls in Fatal Fury 2 were tight and responsive, an improvement over the original game. Special moves and combos were a staple of the fighting genre, and Fatal Fury 2 executed these with precision, making the combat both challenging and satisfying. The single-player mode presented a tough challenge, especially on higher difficulties, but the true heart of the game was in its two-player mode, where friends could engage in intense virtual battles. Graphics and art style. Graphically, Fatal Fury 2 was a standout on the Genesis. The character sprites were large and detailed, and the backgrounds were rich and full of life. The game took players around the world, with each location offering a distinct visual flair. An interesting visual feature was the passage of time within matches, starting in daylight and transitioning to dusk and night as the rounds progressed, adding a dynamic visual element to the fights. Character roster. The roster in Fatal Fury 2 was diverse, featuring 12 fighters, each with their own fighting style and special moves. The game introduced iconic characters like Kim Kapwan, the first Taekwondo fighter in the genre, and Mai Shiranui, who would go on to become one of the most recognizable female characters in video games. Sound and music. The soundtrack of Fatal Fury 2 was robust, with each stage featuring music that complemented the visual theme. The sound effects were impactful, lending weight to each punch, kick, and special move, enhancing the overall experience of the game. Legacy. While Fatal Fury 2 may not have reached the heights of Street Fighter 2, it was a significant title for SNK and the fighting game genre. It introduced gameplay elements that would be refined in later entries and spin-offs, such as the King of Fighters series.